responsible for the war crimes and crimes against humanity are held accountable. Thank you.
My name is Caleb Dix. I'm a 5-year United States Marine Corps veteran, having served as an infantry rifleman and a Marine security guard posted at multiple embassies overseas. As an infantryman, I was trained in the art of violence in war. I was trained how to outmaneuver and overwhelm my enemy with violence of action through strategic tactics and proper employment of lethal weapon systems. However, I was not taught that it was okay to use these skills and tools against civilian populations, humanitarians, paramedics, journalists, and doctors, which is exactly what we have been seeing done over and over again by the cowards of the Israeli military. Like many of you here today, I swore an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I served my country honorably. But as I look at the state of our country and the politicians today, I question the sincerity of the oath when our politicians seemingly prioritize the needs of a foreign government over their country and people, sending billions of taxpayer dollars to arm a government knowing full well that those weapons would be used to decimate innocent civilian populations time and time again. This is not merely complicity in genocide. This is a joint effort between the United States and the Israeli government to commit an act of genocide as we speak. To the politicians who support arming Israel, your hands are dripping with the blood of innocent Palestinians. Thousands of children dismembered and torn limb from limb by weapons we continue to supply Israel is a crime that I can no longer stand to watch. The fact that you can sleep at night knowing your involvement in this evil is a testament to your wickedness and hardened hearts. Why is it the new norm for our politicians that character and virtue is so easily compromised by personal greed? As a nation, as Americans, why are we complicit in genocide or apathetic at best? To my Christian brothers and sisters, what will you say to your Maker on the day of judgment when he asks, "And what did you do with the abundance that I gave you when my people were in desperate need? What love and grace did you show to people suffering at the hands of your leaders? While thousands of dismembered children scream in agony, your voices remain silent." And if the constant barrage of missile strikes hasn't been bad enough, Gaza has not received any humanitarian aid for over 9 weeks, which is now bringing a new horror, a slow and painful death for thousands of innocent people in desperate need of food, water, medical supplies, and essential items for survival in an active war zone. Last month, I visited Palestine and the West Bank. Although it is not as dangerous as Gaza and does not receive the same news coverage, it is still a place of turmoil and everyday struggle for Palestinians. I saw the apartheid firsthand. I spoke to Palestinian families living in oppression at the hands of their colonizers. I saw their beautiful lands being colonized by a foreign government like something out of a dystopian movie. Entire Palestinian towns bulldozed to be replaced by Israeli settlements, illegal Israeli settlements, refugee camps for the displaced Palestinians in their own country, restriction of movement by over 700 Israeli checkpoints throughout the West Bank, city streets ripped up by tanks, apartheid walls to cordon off Palestinians like cattle, and much more. What I also saw was the humble yet mighty spirit of the Palestinian people. I visited with everyday people like you and me, simply wishing to live a normal life and have just 10% of the freedoms we have here in America. Strong people struggling to work or to have food, water, freedom of movement, freedom of speech, sovereignty, and basic human rights in their own land. I came home from that trip a changed man, now a messenger and a brother to the Palestinian people who showed me love and hospitality with open arms. Now I stand here today as an American and a messenger for the people with no voice. I call for peace. I call for tangible actions to stop arming Israel in this war and to finally open the humanitarian blockade in Gaza. I call on my fellow countrymen to open their eyes and hearts to the Palestinian people and be a voice against these atrocities. Thank you. Free Palestine, and God bless you all.
My name is Anel Sheline. I resigned from the State Department about a year ago.
I resigned because it had become clear that nothing that Israel did was going to change the Biden administration's policy, despite the fact that numerous laws were being violated, laws that were passed by courageous people in this building just behind us. The Leahy laws prohibit the provision of U.S. security assistance to a military that engages in gross violations of human rights. Section 620I of the Foreign Assistance Act prohibits U.S. security assistance to a country that is blocking American humanitarian aid. A portion of the Foreign Assistance Act, which has unfortunately never actually been upheld, prevents the U.S. from selling weapons to countries that violate human rights. We know that this president is not one that tends to be governed by the law, but he does tend to care about public opinion, and he has responded